Rob from Ascendant Loft. I'm inside today. That's because it's absolutely pouring down outside. So I'm going to get a bit inside work done, cleaning, stuff like that. Yesterday I caught the sun and I managed to get, I don't know if you remember off one of my other videos, after I've boxed everything out I was getting leaks in the roof. I found an old tin of bitumen paint and I just put loads of thinner in it and I walked along the top end of the top loft. That way it could just run down evenly. So yes, I was going over the bolts, but it wasn't really being very effective. So if there was any holes I missed where the bolts weren't put through, at least I know that, you know, it's got them now, and it's dry as sticks in there. I'll show you in a minute. A very important part of keeping the birds is just disinfecting all your stuff periodically. This here is all me spare stuff. The birds have still got all the drinkers and stuff in. But they do need cleaned every now and then. You see all the lids there, they've got poo all over them and stuff. So what I do, I just pull all the drinkers apart, and you can see on the top there, I pull them all apart and I clean them all up. Then I'll switch these out with the ones in the lofts. There's, I think, around there's 4 in the lofts, 5 sorry, in the lofts at the minute. So there's more than enough to go around. And then I'll pull them out and I'll clean them also, and they'll go into storage. This is something that slips people's minds quite often. Even all the little feeders there off breeding, they've been sat in a bucket outside since December. It's now March, so 3 months, end of March, so 3 months, and they were just sitting in that bucket there, absolutely stinking they were, which is going to give you problems with the birds. So like I say, get them all cleaned out, disinfected. Just soapy water. You can use bleach, but if you've got this many it takes too long. Even pot eggs and stuff like that, just any plastics you have in the lofts, give them a once over. Any prevention's better than a cure in my eyes. So this way you're preventing any sicknesses in the future, especially with young birds, because they're quite vulnerable to disease and stuff. And also it gives you a chance to seek out any damage that you've got. For instance, that I did myself, taking it apart, but in the bucket I've got that, and where is it there? It's got a hole in and it's cracked, so it's no good. The hole I can cope with, but with it being cracked all the way down, I don't like it. That red one's got a hole in as well, in the exact same place and same shape, but it's just a little hole. I could put that facing backwards. I need 2 more of these drinkers. They're the feeders there, because one of the handles is snapped off each one, but that leaves us spare tops for them as well for next time I'm cleaning them. So it's probably going to take a full day, but we'll get this rattled off and we'll get sorted out with that. So here's the young bird loft. I may be able to put 2 photos on actually, with what the floor was like before if I can catch it, and what it's like now. But as you can see with the perches, all the poo's in front, there's not really much lying around here. The roof there, it looks like it's leaking, it's not, and I know that because the floor's not wet. That's off when it was leaking, I think 2 or 3 days ago. The roof's still a little bit wet off that, but it's not dripping down, which means there's no more coming in. These are all hunkered down for the day. I'm not letting them out. On the subject of that actually, my last update video, I let them out and I flagged them. I'm one missing. Don't know which one it is yet. I'm fairly confident it'll come back, but if it hasn't, I'm going to presume it's been hit by a hawk, because they were all just sitting peacefully and they just went up after they came back down. This was sort of just before, when I was doing my feeding call for the stock loft, and I looked outside and all these were trapping in. 5 minutes before, that's when they all went up, so I'm assuming something went into them. Not to worry, because I've got 2 spare birds which I can put over, which will take us back to 40. but I'm not going to do that right now. I want these up in the air on their own perfectly, and that way I know that I'm not going to have any problems keeping these in the air when I'm bringing younger birds in. So as you can see here, the fire's not leaking anymore. I'm expecting it to start leaking. Same again, I just put loads of bitumen around the outside and it sealed any holes that were there. Apparently just sticking loads and loads and loads of silicone on, even the fireproof stuff, isn't the answer, because it just dries out eventually. So, quick update on all the cleaning stuff. I've got, what I've done, I've split the drinkers up into the bits. Hold on, I'll turn the light on actually, that'll be better. There we go. So I've split the drinkers up, so I've got the lids there, the side bit, then, sorry, the top and bottoms, all the side bits, the bowls, and I'm just cleaning everything methodically. There's the rest of the bowls, all this stuff on the floor still to do, and it does take a while, and I'm only boiling a 1 litre kettle and a 2 litre kettle there. Hot water, that sorts it out. You can see it goes from that in there to that in literally a couple of seconds, just with hot water washing up liquid, and then we'll get through and sort the other loft out. So thank you for watching again. Nearly racing 1 week to low bird, so we'll get round the other gardens for that race. I'm feeding Tom's birds for 2 days, so I'll make sure it's okay with them, but I'm pretty sure I'll be allowed to get a little bit of footage. Other than that, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, take good care of your birds. See you next time.